Drake hesitated a little at this odd request, but after seeing Adriana nod her head, he ordered everyone to do exactly as Kevin had said. "Mr. Williams, can you please explain why you want to do this?" Adriana asked with a puzzled look on her face. "Of course. I noticed the candles when I walked in. I recognize one of the smells as something that is used in herbal medicine to lower blood pressure. She doesn't need any expensive tests, just some fresh air." They all watched to see if Gwen was showing any improvement. Dr. Willow still wasn't convinced. There didn't seem to be any scientific basis to what he was saying. "President Wright, in my medical opinion, you'll need to transport this woman to an emergency room immediately." Just then, a group of guests walked into the room led by a tall, powerful-looking man. "Please step aside," Dominic Archer ordered the crowd. The guests respectively made way for him. "Who put my sister on this table?" "Mr. Archer, please don't worry. I can explain this." "President Wright, I don't need an explanation. I just want to know why my sister isn't on her way to the hospital. What are you trying to pull here?" The onlookers started to throw Kevin straight under the bus. "It's his fault," one of them blurted out. He looked at him and snarled. "Are you responsible for this?" "Dominic, I'm warning you. You need to show more respect to Mr. Williams," Drake said as he stepped between Dominic and Kevin. Drake and Dominic had been in competition for years, and he was a good judge of the man's character. But if Kevin was injured under Drake's protection, Cook would never forgive him. "So, what do you have to say, you son of a b****? Your sister is fine. Her blood pressure dropped for a while, but I can guarantee that she'll be up and back on her feet in less than 5 minutes. If she's not, I promise I won't let you leave this hotel in one piece." Just when it looked like the two of them were about to start swinging at each other, Gwen suddenly coughed. "There are so many people in this room. Why am I the only one who fainted?" "President Archer, I've learned that in high concentrations for someone who's sensitive, the effect can be very serious." "What the hell are you talking about?" "President Archer, it's probably just a bit of susceptibility you have." "All right, that's enough." Dominic couldn't hold it in any longer. He gestured for his bodyguards to come over. A second later, Kevin was surrounded. Drake stepped forward to put himself between Kevin and the men. "All of you, stop! I think he's right about this. I've always been kind of sensitive about some things. Remember when we were kids?" The explanation seemed to make sense to Dominic, but he would never apologize to Kevin in front of everyone. Instead, he asked someone to put the gift that he'd brought for Adriana on the table in the corner. Then he helped his sister walk out of the hotel. That night, because Kevin was tired from such a long day, and because he had drunk a little too much to be safe on the road, he spent the rest of the night at the hotel. Early the next morning, right after he woke up, Kevin got a call from Lily. "Hi, Lily. Are you doing okay?" "Kevin, please come home quickly. I need a ride to Grandma's place." "What's the matter?" "My dad's friend disappeared right after he got all the money, so now you should take care of your business first. I'll take a taxi there myself." Then Lily hung up the phone in a hurry. While Kevin was setting up the deal with Tyler, all the Joneses were rushing to the family mansion. Oliver was standing in front of everybody looking fearful and very ashamed. Just then, everyone turned to the entrance as it was announced that Bella Ortez and Eugene Kim had arrived. They were financial partners with the Jones family. "I'm sorry to inform you that our board just had an emergency meeting. We've decided to end our association with your company. We have a reliable report that the Jones family's corporation has been cheated out of all its assets. To put it bluntly, we do not want to be drawn into your bankruptcy." "President Ortez, President Kim, don't worry. We will definitely reimburse you. But can you please give us a few days? After all, we've been business partners for many years." "Agreed. Out of respect for you, Mrs. Jones, we will give you 5 days." "Mrs. Jones, doesn't your granddaughter's husband know Mitchell Cook and Adriana Wright? Perhaps you can ask them for help." After they had all left, Grandma Jones sat back in her chair and rubbed her temples. How could they raise over $50 million in just 5 days? As they were discussing their limited options, a striking-looking man in a dark suit walked in. "I'd like to speak with Mrs. Victoria Jones." My name is Tyler Dawn. I'm the CEO of the KWTD Corporation. Mr. Dawn, what brings you here today? Grandma Jones asked nervously. I came here to discuss a joint venture that should be profitable for all of us. Everyone became excited when they heard him say this. I'm prepared to invest $300 million to set up an import-export company in Chicago. In exchange, I only want 60% of the Jones family shares. For a moment, the entire room fell silent. Everyone in the room turned and stared at Grandma Jones. They all knew that without this opportunity, they would be finished. All right, Mr. Dawn, I agree to your conditions. A wise decision, Tyler said. I'll have my attorneys draw up the contract and arrange for the transfer of funds. Tyler walked out, followed by his assistants. Then he pulled out his phone and called Kevin. Kevin took a moment to think about what he had just done. Just as he walked out of the Whistler Hotel, a black car pulled up in front of him. They opened the rear door of their limousine and gestured for him to get in. Half an hour later, they arrived at a luxurious mansion. When Kevin entered the foyer, he saw Dominic stretched out on a sofa in the library. Mr. Archer, I don't understand why you've called me here so early in the morning. I know I can be a little headstrong, but in our family, we know how to repay kindness. You really helped my sister yesterday, so I'd like to give you something. Dominic Archer stood up and motioned for one of his aides to place a box in front of Kevin. Yesterday at President Wright's party, my sister and I could tell that you're interested in the miraculous benefits of herbal medicine. We have connections with a research lab that is developing some very powerful herbal ingredients. I believe that you'll find the contents of this box extremely helpful. Then I guess I should say thank you. If I offered you something that could help you reach your goal, how would you repay me? What if I could help give you an advantage? Kevin said as he smiled and took out a pill of his pocket. It was one of the pills that he had made from the recipe in Officer Emmett's old book. How much do you want for it? $500. Okay, $500,000. Deal. But just when Dominic reached for it, Kevin suddenly took a step back. Mr. Archer, I didn't say that I would give it to you for a measly $500,000. With his other hand, Kevin pointed at the small wooden box on the coffee table. He had noticed the ring inside the box as he walked in the room earlier. He walked over to the coffee table, picked up the box, and tossed it to Kevin. Then he called his aide over to have the money transferred to Kevin. Kevin headed back to his penthouse. Kevin, you're finally back. I need you to go someplace with me. Kevin nodded and they headed down to the lobby to send for his car. Lily's eyes lit up when she saw the sleek blue roadster. Where are we going exactly? My mom is having a reunion with some of her school pals. When she saw that everyone else was bringing their children, she called me too. It's near Evanston. Kevin smiled but didn't say anything else about it. After about a half hour, they arrived at the cafe. When Lily entered, Dorothy was chatting with a few of her old classmates. Upon seeing her daughter, she smiled broadly. Then, when she saw Kevin, her smile immediately left her face. Then one of Dorothy's friends looked at Kevin and asked loudly, "So who is this young man?" The woman who was asking about Kevin was Iris Reed. It seemed that everyone in their circles knew about Dorothy's good-for-nothing son-in-law. This is my husband, Kevin. Where do you work? What's your position? I work for a small company downtown. I help my boss with his accounts. I guess you could call me a clerk, Kevin replied modestly. Nobody was impressed, and it showed on their faces. Dorothy wanted to go over and tell Kevin off, but she couldn't do that in front of all of her friends. Then Iris stood up and waved at a young man on the other side of the room. I'd like to announce a joyous occasion. On the 26th of this month, my daughter Rose will be getting married. Vito Booker, please stand up and introduce yourself to my friends. Hi, my name is Vito. I'm currently the general manager at the KWTD Corporation Chicago branch. When he said this, everyone was clearly impressed. Mom, for the wedding between Rose and me, I've arranged for a limo that's worth $500,000. What do you think? Before coming to the reunion, Iris had asked Vito to help her embarrass Dorothy's son-in-law. So Vito naturally couldn't let an opportunity like this pass him by. Then what kind of car do you drive? Vito asked Kevin. Everyone seemed to think that Vito was in another league and Kevin couldn't possibly compare with him. And Dorothy was ready for her friend Iris to beat her again. My ride? It's just a roadster, nothing special, basic blue color. Oh, that's worth at least $3 million. Actually, the car is my boss's. I didn't buy the car, but my boss gave it to me because I'm doing so well in the company. That seemed to shut everyone up, so Vito changed the subject and turned to Iris. Mom, this is a gift I got for you a while ago. He reached under the table and took out a gift box, then he said to her, This is a small token of my appreciation.
Hi, Kevin here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Insta Empire now with the link in the description.